And the first thing I want to touch on is the Game Awards has officially announced their Game of the Year 2025 nominees. So let's go over it. From what I seen on Twitter, from what I seen trending, it's looking like
I said you're a YouTube member now.
Yo, shout out to Timsy with the sub, becoming a sub.
921 became a member.
I seen trending on Twitter that, matter of fact, let me see if we're gonna test this right now because I'm gonna turn off notifications right now. I am going to mute them while I'm talking. Anyways, what was I about to say? I've seen Expedition 33 is nominated for goddamn everything. That's the one thing that I do know. There's an echo. Notifications are echoing. Okay. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's because I had the cue on so I could hear it. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't. What about now? Because one just went off. Shout out to Ethos with the raid. Is it echoing now? Let me know. Don't hear it. No echo. No, I didn't hear it. I have it muted now. Okay, so it's working. It's working. Okay. No, that's good. It's working. It's muted. Fine. All right, let's get back to it. That's what I wanted. It was supposed to be muted. I seen Expedition could be doing a sweep. It could be doing a sweep. Last week, people was trying to push a campaign saying that Arc Raiders is going to be Game of the Year. And I said, y'all getting lost in this recency bias. It ain't going to work. Let's go over it. Yeah, I'm working with some new software. Be patient with me. I'm learning how to use this shit, man. The Game Awards announced its nominees for the Game of the Year 2025 during the live stream on Monday. And while there are some expected picks, it's certainly a big year for indies. Let's just go through the list. So, hold on. Let's start from the bottom before we get to Game of the Year. All the shit I don't care about, we skipping. Most anticipated game: 007 First Light, GTA 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 4. I'm not gonna lie. I think the only one, I think most people would pick Grand Theft Auto 6. That's about a 95% chance this is gonna win. But I'm not gonna lie, these four are very respectable. This is the only one I feel like that doesn't really have a chance, and I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a good game, but these four are very respectable. 2026 is going to be another good year for gaming. Go ahead, clap it up. Don't let this be Game of the Year. But I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win. Content Creator of the Year. I have no clue who this is. I know Kai Cenat. I know a Moist Critical. I don't know who Sakura Miko is, and I don't know who the Burnt Peanut is. So I'm just going to go with Kai Cenat because I don't know who any of these other people are. And Moist Critical. Although I think he's very consistent as a content creator, he gives the most on the fence ass takes that I've ever seen. He never says anything. I don't get it. Like, it could be a conversation about a content creator being discovered as a fucking Nazi, and that nigga will somehow find a way to sit on the fence. I don't get it. Like, yo, best esports team. Don't care. This is a dying breed. Who cares? Best esports athlete. Don't care. Best esports game. Don't care. Games for impact. Consume Me. Despolate. I don't know how to say that. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South to Midnight, and Wonder Stop. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know any of these games besides South to Midnight, so I'm gonna go with South to Midnight. Not just because it's the only game I know, but the music in it was fired and it definitely had an impact. I wanted the vinyl for that. They need the dev team need to send me a fucking vinyl, but that had an impact for me. Best debut indie game: Blueprints, Expedition 33, Despolate, Dispatch, and Megabonk. I'm not gonna hold you. Expedition 33 is technically, it is an indie game. And I feel like it should win, but I feel like out of sympathy, Dispatch is gonna win. That or Megabonk, because I know that's really popular. I feel like one of these two, out of sympathy, they'll win, just because this is gonna wipe the floor with a lot of shit. They're not gonna give it to it. If they do, I'd be surprised, and I think it deserves it because it is in this category. But I think it'd probably go to one of these two. Not to say they're bad games, it's just I think this one's better. Best community support: Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Out of all these, I remember people talking about Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit with the updates. I don't really remember seeing too many people talk about Final Fantasy 14. I know people love it. Fortnite was definitely still big this year, whether you like it or not, and so was Helldivers 2. And I know No Man's Sky had a little moment. I feel like one of these two would probably win, though. I feel like one of these two would probably win. The Twitch title has me mad curious, especially after seeing Brandy and Monica. I said I'm not going to explain what I meant when I said Brandy was the first alien that humans made contact with. If you know, you know. And I love Brandy. Best adaptation: the Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry's anime, Splinter Cell Death Watch, The Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. Until Dawn got an adaptation? Was that live action or was that animated? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know this one. This one for damn sure ain't winning. It might win best memes, but it ain't gonna win. I feel like one of these two should probably win. They're animated by the same team, I believe. But I feel like this one will probably win because the Minecraft movie definitely had a huge moment. It got a movie? That shit must have been ass. Until Dawn? I didn't hear nobody talking about that. If we're talking about quality, I think Devil May Cry is the best one here. But the Minecraft movie, you can't deny it had a moment in 2025. Y'all remember them little kids in the movie theater? Throwing up the popcorn, screaming chicken jockey. We still scream chicken jockey over here. I don't know what the fuck that mean, but I think it's probably gonna go to the Minecraft movie just off of influence. Best VR game, we don't care. Best strategy sim game, Civ 7, Final Fantasy Tactics, Jurassic World Evolution 3, The Alters, Tempest Rising, and the 2 Point Museum. I know people love Civ 7. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know too much about these other games. I don't really have a strong opinion on this one. I'm just gonna be biased and say Final Fantasy Tactics, but I honestly don't know what's gonna win this one. I don't. Y'all are saying Civ 7? Is the chat saying Civ 7? All right, I'll take y'all word for that. I'm not educated enough on this section right here. By the way, you see how easy that is to say, hey, I'm not that educated on the topic, so I'm just not gonna speak on it. The internet would be a whole lot better of a place if more of you niggas did that shit.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Best sports racing game: EA Sports FC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's one of these two. And if I can be honest, this is actually a competitive one. It's between these two, I think. Rematch definitely had a moment, and Sonic Racing had a moment. You know what? I might give the edge to Sonic for the simple fact that Sonic is a known IP, and Sonic fans are fucking crazy. It might go to Sonic. You little freak. But quality games, as long as this one don't win. Let's see. Best RPG: Avowed, Expedition 33, woo! Kingdom Come, Monster Hunter Wilds, The Outer Worlds 2. Ooh, this is a tough competition, man. Out of the 5 nominations, I'd argue you got 3 certified bangers between Expedition 33, Deliverance 2, and The Outer Worlds 2. Once again, my personal opinion, I think it should go to Expedition 33. But I can see a world where Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 wins. I know people love that shit. That was a very hardcore RPG. And like I said, it could be politics. Maybe they don't want, you know, Expedition winning everything. So I think it's between these two games. I think this is a strong third, but I think it's really between these two games. Yeah, matter of fact, why isn't Digimon here? What, did it come out too late? Digimon should have been there instead of Avowed. What? Nobody talking about fucking Avowed. Niggas be like, you played Avowed? That shit on the Game Pass?
Only lame niggas say that shit.
They hold Digimon. Yeah, Digimon should definitely be there. Best ongoing game. So best live service: Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky. It's between Marvel Rivals and Fortnite. I'm gonna give the edge to Marvel Rivals. I still feel like Marvel Rivals is still in the zeitgeist. I still feel like it's in the conversation, especially after that dumbass blame women for gaming being in a bad state, not fucking capitalistic greed. and the community came together to shit on that nigga. And every time, one thing I'll give Marvel Rivals is I personally don't care about it, but they do a good job of luring people back in whenever they drop an update, because they do a good job with the transparency when they drop the dev updates and announcing new characters and stuff like that. Yeah, that nigga doubled down on his stupidity. So I'm gonna give the edge to Marvel Rivals on that one. I think Marvel Rivals is still relevant. It's still averaging 100,000 players on Steam alone. So I mean, if you combine console, I'm pretty sure there's like 300,000 to 500,000 people still playing Marvel Rivals right now. Oh, and then they gave PS4 support, unfortunately. But I mean, that did add to the player base. So I'm gonna give the edge to Marvel Rivals on that one. It did. We can't act like Marvel Rivals wasn't. It did. Well, it came out like December of last year, so it makes it. But it was still banging this year. Their communication is excellent. I can appreciate that they listen to the community. Facts. Best mobile game: Destiny Rising, Persona 5, Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uzumaki Pretty Derby. Oh, is that damn anime pony game Ethos is playing? And Wuthering Waves. That shit gonna win, bruh. It is. That definitely had a crazy moment. Yeah, the pony game gonna win. the Uwu Waifu Pony Racer. Best indie game. Absoluum, Ball X Pit, Blueprints, Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Silk Song. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably between these three. Y'all know my bias. I'm gonna pick this one, but I can see a world where one of these two win. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this one wins, because if it doesn't win something the night of the award show, Jeff Keighley knows the fucking internet is going to lose their shit. But it's between those three, I think. Let's see. Best fighting game: 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtual Fighter 5. Let's go ahead and wrap up this section. Go ahead and give it to 2XKO. This shit's still in beta. That's the funny part. Wrap this shit up. This shit sucks. No lobbies. This shit was hella disappointing. It's a fucking collection, and this game is 20 years old. Let's go ahead and pack this up. 2XKO got that one. That's an easy pick. Best family game, aka best Nintendo game. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. This is a tough category. Truthfully, I think it's between Split Fiction and Donkey Kong. Me personally, my bias, I would pick Split Fiction because this is one of my favorite games of the year. But I'm gonna give the edge to Donkey Kong for the simple fact that the media has a Nintendo bias. So I feel like the media would probably give the edge to Donkey Kong. And on top of that, to be fair, it was a banger. It's one of those games I wish I had a Switch 2 for, but I'm not buying a console for one game. So I'm gonna give the edge to Donkey Kong on that one. Let's see. Best action adventure game: Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Silk Song, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Split Fiction. Now this is a tough category. I'm not gonna lie. This is a tough category. I ain't gonna hold you. Any of these ones could win. These are all bangers. Don't know. I'll tell you this much. The games I think that have the weakest chance of winning it's probably Ghost of Yote. I know. Ghost of Yote and then probably Indiana Jones, but then people loved Indiana Jones reviewed better than Ghost of Yote. So I think Ghost of Yote is actually probably the weakest out of this bunch. People love Death Stranding 2. People love Silk Song. If I had to pick, I'd say it's between Silk Song, Split Fiction, and maybe Death Stranding 2. But I feel like it's between Silk Song and Split Fiction. I'd probably go with Split Fiction on this one. But Jeff loves Kojima. That's right. Jeff loves Kojima. That's why I said Death Stranding 2 is in the conversation. It's in the conversation. This is going to be a tough year. I feel like it's going to be a lot of drama on the timeline about these picks, man. This is for anybody who said it isn't a great year for gaming needs to shut the fuck up, man. Because I feel like in previous years, I was able to go through this list pretty quickly and be like, this one's going to win. This one's going to win. There's some competitive sections here. Best action game: Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of the Vengeance. This is tough. I feel like Battlefield is probably the one I would just put this in the shooter section. It's the weirdest one in the I like Battlefield. I feel like it's between Battlefield, Ninja Gaiden 4. I really like Ninja Gaiden 4 and Hades 2. I think those are the top 3. I feel like I'm going to give it the edge to Ninja Gaiden 4, though. Ninja Gaiden 4 is just old school PS2 action beat 'em up. That's all about skill, reflexes, and combos. I feel like I'm going to give the edge to Ninja Gaiden 4 on that one. That shit made me love it for real. Best music. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Expedition 33. That's not even a debate. I'll go ahead and say it's not even a debate. I didn't even hear the soundtrack. I'm sure it is good. I don't need to hear it. I would go to a concert. I'm gonna be honest. I would go to a concert for Expedition 33. If they did the Expedition 3 orchestra, I'm going to it. That shit was fire. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit is stuck in my fucking. That's Expedition 33. It's gonna win. You said Ghost of Yote. I mean, Ghost of Yote was cool. Had a little lo-fi mode, but the problem with the lo-fi was it was like 5 tracks on that bitch, bruh. This shit had 100-something songs on that joint. That's why the vinyl like $100, bruh. Best performance. I'm gonna go ahead and pack this one up. It's going to Expedition 33. And this is why I said earlier, I think they might, in some of these other categories, they might give it to other games because Expedition 33 is gonna be definitively the best. Expedition, one of these 3 is gonna win. One of these 3 are gonna win in Expedition 33. Just give it to them all. Just give it to them all. You know, the lady who played Yatu, she was cool. Troy Baker, and this Troy Baker, he's cool. The chicken side, she's cool, but it wasn't this. This game was making niggas cry, man. Not me, because I'm tough, but you niggas did. Best narrative. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill. I don't know enough about, because I didn't play this shit. How y'all feeling? Y'all know my bias. How we feeling? Is a lot of people said they really stepped it up on this game. How are we feeling in terms of competition? Y'all think Kingdom Come 2 could win? Kingdom Come had a good narrative. It's Expedition 3. I feel like, I was going to say, yeah, I do feel like it's either Expedition 33 or Silent Hill. Silent Hill's narrative is really good. It has really good commentary on society. That's a tough one. It could go either way. X33 sweep. They just going to be walking on stage, getting mad awards. Going to be having like 6 awards and shit like that. Looking like Kendrick. I don't feel like Yote should be in the narrative. You know what? I think that's a fair take. I don't think this should be in best narrative. Ghost of Yote is a very simple revenge story. Her family died and she's spinning the block. That was literally the story. So yeah, I actually agree with that. I don't think that should be in the conversation. Best multiplayer. We know Shroud wants to win. Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Ring, Peak, and Split Fiction. Oh, Split Fiction is technically a multiplayer because it's co-op. It's between these 3 games. Split Fiction, Battlefield 6, and Arc Raiders. If we're going by recency bias, I say Arc Raiders is going to win. But I would not count Battlefield 6 and Split Fiction out. Me personally, I would pick Battlefield 6. I'm genuinely surprised how much I enjoyed Battlefield this year. I'm still playing it almost daily. And I think what surprised me most about Battlefield 6 is it got me back into BR. Y'all know I was fucking sick of BR. But I am genuinely enjoying RedSec. We hop on it almost nightly. Arc Raiders was cool for me. I get why people love it, but I'd put Arc Raiders in. It's all right. Like it didn't resonate with me the same way that it resonated with other people. But I will say if it does win, I won't be upset. Like I understand why. I would pick Battlefield 6 or Split Fiction for that. I don't think Night Ring will win. Y'all know I'm an Elden Ring fan, but I don't think it's gonna win. Night Ring was a solid 8, but like I don't think it's gonna win best multiplayer. Nah. Best game direction, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Split Fiction. I feel like this one's really tough. This is the most subjective one. I feel like it's going to go to one of these 2. Even though I didn't play Death Stranding 2, I know it's super creative in its storytelling, and that's part of game direction. So I feel like that's in the conversation. I don't know why this is here. Like I said, the game direction on this is very simple. Her family died. You're getting revenge. This would be a solid 3rd for me. The game direction is very creative on this, but I feel like it's between those 2. The storytelling, the obscure storytelling was just fire. It made you think. You had to critically think to enjoy that game, and probably with Death Stranding too. So I think it's between those 2. Best audio. Battlefield 6, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, and Silent Hill F. This is actually tough. I'm not going to lie. This is a tough one. And what makes it tough is these are all such different games. Battlefield 6 has great audio design, the explosions, the footsteps, the gunshots, that it has that oomph to it. That's what makes it feel good. So it deserves to be here. This has great audio design mainly because of the soundtrack, the sound effects when you're fighting and stuff like that. I don't know much about that, but I'm going to assume it has because Kojima is known for the cinematics. And then Silent Hill has great audio design because it's just fucking spooky. The footsteps, the eeriness, the atmosphere of the game. In my opinion, it's between Silent Hill, Expedition, and Battlefield. But I think this is a dark horse. I don't know why this is here once again. Audio, I'm leaning for Silent Hill. Some of these are pretty competitive. Best art direction, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghosts of Yote, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. Best art direction, I would say, goes between Expedition 33, Silksong, and Death Stranding 2. Those are the three art styles that stand out the most to me. Hades 2 is like we seen it already with the first game. And then Ghost of Yote, we've seen it already with the first game. It's just a better looking. But Expedition 33 has a very unique look with it, especially with its use of lighting. So same thing with Death Stranding, its use of lighting. And then Silksong, it's got that cell shaded style, but it has like a unique flair to it. It is a game that stands out. I think it's between those three. No Spider-Man 2. Shut the fuck up, nigga. And then the big one, Game of the Year. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, and Kingdom Come. No Ghost of Yote? No Arc Raider? What? I told you this was going to be a very competitive year. Not only is Arc Raiders not winning Game of the Year, nigga, that shit was never getting nominated. Have y'all been? That's how I'm telling you, your favorite streamer don't play no games. These niggas is ball and gun gamers. This was the year where there was going to be some hard cuts. And I'm not going to hold you. I think the biggest competitors for Game of the Year, y'all know my personal bias. I want this one to win because it's a $50 game that's 50 to 70 hours, beautiful visuals, beautiful story, amazing, unique combat, amazing music, made by 30 people. That will send a message to the industry. That's why I want it to win. But that being said, I would not be surprised if this one wins. That's a strong contender. And probably these two as well. I think the least likely is this one and this one. If this one wins, is because Kojima gave Jeff Keighley the Donica Lewinsky. Gave it that bubba. That bubba. Kojima Glazer stand up. But I feel like Expedition 33 is going to win. I think they're going to take home at least 3 or 4 awards. When is this? December 11th. So it's right around the corner. Yeah. Why Donkey Kong up there? What are you talking about, bruh? Donkey Kong was one of the best games of the year. I think maybe you don't realize it because it did come out of nowhere. They just like randomly announced it. But when it came out, everybody loved that shit. Like I was tempted to get a Switch too. Like I was watching people play it. Donkey Kong Bonanza, from the eye test, it's a Game of the Year contender. That shit looks fire. People love that game. Cut it out. You say, well, why is that shit there? I wish Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 wasn't on there. Damn, no 2K. No 2K. No 2K. All right, so that's my pick. What I think is going to win Game of the Year. Now let's shift the conversation to this. Every year, a group of gamers get mad on the internet because their game didn't win Game of the Year or some other award. And usually it's because they're out of tune with the greater gaming industry. It's probably the only game that they played outside of their typical cycle of games, aka the ball and gun gamer. The ball and gun gamer who plays Call of Duty, FIFA, 2K, Madden, in Fortnite and GTA. They usually play one different game a year and they think it's the most mind-blowing shit. Usually it's not. It's like The Last of Us. So what game do we think that's not going to win is going to piss off the ball and gun gamers? Yeah, like Sparking Zero. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be honest. This Game of the Year contention right here is rough for the ball and gun gamers. Because ball and gun gamers didn't play none of this shit, bro. They didn't play none of this. So they have no say in the conversation. Yeah, I think it might be Arc Raiders. If it doesn't win best multiplayer, the Arc Raiders community might lose it. Especially if Battlefield 6 beats it. I don't know why. There's like this hate boner for Battlefield 6. People want that shit to fail. But I think the Arc Raiders community, yeah, they might be the community that gets pissed off that their shit doesn't win. That shit only got nominated for one section. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure Ball and Gun Gamers can compute this list. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Why isn't GTA 5 there, bruh? Oh my goodness. Snubs, Kazaa for Best Action, and Split Fiction for Game of the Year. I think Split Fiction should have been the Game of the Year conversation, and I do agree. For Best Action, I would have put Kazaa in that section too. I don't think it would have won, but I think it should go instead of Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I would have put Kazaa first Berserker there. I agree. I'm gonna do my own list in December of like my favorite games. I think we're gonna find time to sneak in Dispatch. I think the way I'm gonna do it is like S tier is my top 5, A tier is my bottom 5, so 6 to 10, and then after that, like everything else. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna give any type of thing. You said no Dispatch. I haven't played Dispatch, so I don't have an opinion on it. I'm gonna try to get to it though, because we got time. I'm gonna try to run through these games. Ninja Gaiden, I don't feel like should take much time. A tier list, DI awards potentially. If Ethos does it, that's his thing. You know, this is the first year that COD is not nominated for any award. Good, nigga, that shit sucked. I've seen so much hatred in my algorithm for Call of Duty. People are finally waking up. That shit is fucking ass, bruh. Launch, like nature is healing. I need y'all to understand this. Launch weekend, Call of Duty had sub 100,000 players, man. Let's see. Black Ops 7, Steam DB. Oh, wait, no, it's under Call of Duty. Nature is fucking healing, chat. Load up. Fucking load up. Oh, how coincidental. The Steam DB don't want to load, but this will. Let's see. Black Ops 7's launch day Steam player count is significantly lower than last year's Call of Duty, suggesting Arc Raiders and Battlefield 6 ate a hefty portion at its launch. Yeah, there it is right there. Oh, there we go right there. Yeah, there's 71,000 players right now. It peaked at 91. It didn't even hit 100,000. Like, that's actually crazy for Call of Duty. Which makes me wonder how many players are on console and how many are on Game Pass. I wonder if it's even 500, maybe like 250,000 or something like that. The casuals got options and they jump ship, and I'm happy. It's going to make the game better, or they could just stop making it all fucking together. Take a break. Watch it still sell 25 million. Right, Ice. I think that's the real thing. We got to wait for them to come out and see if they release the numbers. If Activision comes out and still brags about numbers, then it did fine. It just didn't do fine. Because to be fair, people were dunking on the PC version. There is a world where it just a lot of people, maybe they didn't buy it on Steam, and maybe they primarily got it on Game Pass on console. But I will say, I mean, look at the all-time peak 3 years ago was almost 500,000 players. Combine that with console was obviously millions of players. This is a good indication that there's less interest. This is a crazy. Keep in mind, this is launch weekend. This is a healthy number, like 6 months to a year down the road. But launch weekend. That means it's only going to go down because I don't see them captivating more players. Maybe when the Warzone drops, but we'll see. We'll be keeping our eye on this. Nature might be healing, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope it does. You saw them Game of the Year nominations. Y'all need to try something else, man. I hope one day Call of Duty goes back to his former glory and not this slop. I hope one day Activision takes all that money that Microsoft paid them and just fucking what's the word? Make a new game. Let's see. Open. What did you link? Oh, it linked me to your thing. Oh, this is weird. I can't click links out of this fucking chat. I can only see chat. I can't click links that y'all put in here. Womp womp. Oh, that's one downside to this shit. I cannot click links out of here. I wonder if I just switch it to, yeah, whatever y'all link. I can't click that shit unless that's a setting I need to. Oh well. You said there you go, Signal. Oh, bet you said the Signal. What is Ethos linking? Next few issues of Absolute Batman are out of control. Oh, this is the writer for Batman, right? I believe it. I believe it. There's one coming out this month or next month, I think. I believe it. It's about to get lit. We on that. We on that. Who was out in the woods to take that picture of Zelda? The cameraman team. What are you talking about? All right. What else we got? In other news, speaking of Call of Duty having a downfall, this came across my timeline and this was interesting. A rumor's floating around that, shout out to Germany, we see you cook. Certain Call of Duty streamers are currently under contract to not play any other games besides Black Ops 7 on stream for an entire week. And then Tom Henderson, if you don't know who this is, Tom Henderson is the owner of Insider Gaming. I use them as a source a lot. They're very reputable. The owner of Insider Gaming says, this is interesting. I was pursuing this story 4 to 5 weeks ago. Back then, some agencies were enforcing a no-go to creators where they couldn't stream any other game in the same genre during the contract period, even if they wanted to play organically. Translation, anybody streaming Call of Duty last and probably this week was banned from playing Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders. Activision PR even told me over the phone that this is normal in the industry, but I've only ever heard it on mobile gaming spaces, not AAA. Regardless, there's no compete clauses can be negotiated out. Perhaps a story for another time, but creators have seen some of the biggest dollar signs ever for sponsorships these past few months. Competition is good. Ha. Translation, he's just trying not to get in trouble, but he's basically saying, little birdie told me this story is true. And you know what? I believe it because, the funny thing is, I watched several people stream Black Ops 7 this past weekend just to kind of get a vibe. Like maybe I'm missing out, maybe they can sell me on this game. Every stream I watched people playing Black Ops 7, nobody looked like they were having fun. And to be fair, it didn't look like they hated the game either. It just looked like everybody was going through the motions. And I'm like, yeah, you niggas getting paid. It just didn't look like anybody had fun. And they look, it just looked like they were just doing something. And I'm just like, bruh, you could be doing anything else, bruh. Y'all on this dumbass shit, bruh. Nayshot boy legit exposed him. What'd he say? This is definitely true. Swag looked like he was hurting playing that shit. That's one of the streams I watched. I pull up Swag stream and he just didn't look like he was having fun. And I'm just like, this is where it feels good to be truly independent, that money ain't that fucking important. My mental health is more important than that shit, bro. Put my phone on the charger. My mental health is more important than that shit. Tim sounded bored himself. Yeah, so I don't see this game lasting I don't see it lasting the test of time. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Hey, this shit fun as hell, chat. I'm gonna play this shit off stream. We gonna go ahead and finish this mission off stream. So if your favorite streamer isn't having fun playing Black Ops 7, this is probably why, because they're forced to play that shit. And then other Call of Duty news, Call of Duty adjacent news. Yeah, tap in. Yeah, thank Ubisoft for the sponsorship. We're gonna go ahead and finish this joint up off stream. XDefiant was originally going to be a new Splinter Cell, according to Ubisoft devs, former Ubisoft devs, who went on to make Dispatch, but the publisher changed plans to chase those big Call of Duty bucks. Why am I just now learning that Dispatch is made by former Ubisoft devs? What the fuck? Why am I just fine? I didn't know that. So wait, you mean to tell me Ubisoft is so creatively bankrupt? A bunch of devs left to go make Expedition 33, and then another group of devs left to go make Dispatch. 2 games, not one, but 2 games that people are screaming should be Game of the Year were made by former Ubisoft devs. This is so vindicating for me, and you niggas is gonna give me my flowers because I've been told y'all the problem with the industry is what? Corporate greed. I've been said it. Imagine being an artist, a painter who can do anything. These niggas have to pay they have to feed their families. Do you think these people want to come to work and make the same Call of Duty or the same open world Ubisoft game? So I gotta say kudos to these developers leaving these studios with the money they have. I'm encouraging all y'all, if y'all work for Activision, Bethesda, get on a private disc. It's gotta be matter of fact, get on Signal. Get on Signal, because Rockstar over here union busting on the Discord. Get the Signal group chat going. Get 20 to 50 of y'all, be like, look, y'all are you happy? Is your house a home? Maybe we should form our own team. Maybe we should pull our resources and make what the fuck we want. Make our own studio. I told y'all the talent is there. The problem is the greed. I did not know this. That makes me want to play it even more. And fuck Ubisoft. Goofy ass company. XDefiant may have not been a spectacular flop as Concord, but it was another stark example of how, I don't know how to pronounce that shit. How you pronounce that? Euphorium? I don't know. Look this up, chat. Let's learn something.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral. Online gaming can be in today's industry. What that shit mean, bro? Lasting for a very short time. Okay, ephemeral. We learning. Ephemeral online gaming. A lot of you niggas is ephemeral in the fucking bedroom. That nigga was ephemeral. They busted real quick. Online gaming can be in today's industry. Ubisoft's multiplayer shooter released in 2024 to not insignificant critical acclaim, with PC gamers Jake Tucker calling it a breath of fresh air and a spirit dominated by Call of Duty. But it shut down less than a year later as its initially strong player count did slid away too quickly. I always thought it was a shame that XDefiant never got a proper chance to thrive. That's why I always think it's funny when niggas don't be trying to learn and shit like that. Yeah, I don't. There's no shame in my game. If I don't know a fucking word, y'all see I always look that shit right up. You know why? Because it's a new way to fucking troll. Man, you better learn to read in front of the class. But I'm especially sad now that I've learned that XDefiant's failure cost. I always thought it was a shame that XDefiant never got a proper chance to thrive. But I'm especially sad now that I've learned that XDefiant's failure cost us. Before they ended up making a live service multiplayer shooter, the founding members of Ad Hoc Studio were originally working on a new Splinter Cell game. According to Bloomberg, former Telltale designers Nick Herman, Dennis Lennart, and Pierre Charette joined Ubisoft in 2017, bringing the storytelling chops that made Tales from the Borderlands so well liked into a new Splinter Cell project, which Herman was thrilled to be bringing back from the grave. I was so excited to be a part of this and help revitalize it because it'd been dormant for a while, Herman explained. And we thought we could tell a great story and do something the fans would love. Think about the creativity of the storytelling in Dispatch, but put it inside of the universe of Splinter Cell. It could have been an amazing game. Like, the talent is there, but the opportunity is not. Need the platform. But according to the report, the project only ran for a few months before Ubisoft's executives weighed in, having decided that live service games were the future lay. Human and the team tried to preserve some of their project by catering these whims. Let's make a narrative live service game. But we were trying to make that make sense, and a lot of cool prototypes were made. Ubisoft's interest in more Splinter Cell continued to dwindle as the publisher grew obsessed with chasing Call of Duty, hence why XDefiant ended up looking and playing the way that it did. Herman says the Splinter Cell project was exciting to work on for the first 6 months because we thought we were going to be able to make something really great. Yet over time, it became clear that Ubisoft just wasn't interested in the team's ideas. You realize that all things you care about, they don't anymore. It's a common thing in games. Translation: they had a cool game in pre-production, but Ubisoft ruined it. Ubisoft came in and they looked at the game that they were making. And they said, this is pretty cool. But how could we put maybe some towers that we could climb and maybe sprinkle those around the map? Maybe sprinkle some enemy camps. You need to liberate around the camp for Sam Fisher to liberate. Maybe we can do some pointless side quests or something like that. And they were just like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? It just wasn't enough icons on the map. And then he's like, boom, now we got a first person shooter. Ubisoft so stupid they went and hired the producer who worked on one of the worst CODs. Dear game developers, your game not having skill-based matchmaking is not a selling point. That is not going to generate games sales for your game. I said this when XDefiant came out, but to be fair, that's only one sample size. We now have 2 sample sizes. The next being Black Ops 7. They came out and said the game will not have skill-based matchmaking in most of the playlists, and look at it. The worst launch in recent Call of Duty history. We don't care. Stop trying. We live in the society where everybody's trying to optimize for these algorithms and these player retention rates. You guys got to get back to making things from the fucking heart. When Super Smash Bros. Was made, Sakurai never had an intention to put this algorithm or this crazy retention type mechanics, engagement based matchmaking into the system to keep it. He just wanted to make a fun game from his heart. He said, this is what I think is cool and I hope you guys enjoy it. And that's what art should be. Not everything is going to be for everybody, and that's okay. If you want to have lasting effect, you got to have some heart in your shit. What the fuck is wrong with Ubisoft? God damn, man. Yeah, engagement match make this dick, nigga. Oh, shit. Where your heart at? And that's why this dispatch is resonating with people. That shit have heart in it. Arc Raiders has heart in it. I seen a really cool clip of Courage. He ziplined to the top of one of those super robots in Arc Raiders, and he planted a mine inside the body and blew the bitch up from the inside like on some Ant-Man shit. I said, that's cool as hell. That's what people, that has nothing to do with a fucking algorithm. That's just some superhero shit that every nigga on earth want to do. That's what you need to focus on, man. Just make the game fucking fun. And speaking of not fun, let's talk about this fucking corporate fuck, GameStop. They're back in the headlines because these guys are desperate to get some foot traffic. For those unaware, if you haven't been in GameStop in recent years, I don't blame you. It's a fucking wasteland. If you ever watched the Fallout TV show, it looks just like that. You walk into a GameStop, it's just fucking Legos everywhere. Minecraft diamond ore swords, steaming stains all over the PS4 boxes because they don't have any PS5 games for some reason. The fucking employees asking you to pre-order something every 5 seconds. Do you want to pre-order Madden 3005, nigga? Nobody's going to hang out with the Jonas Brothers. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? They're back in the news trying to get foot traffic because they're doing a trade anything in day on December 6th. They announced you can bring whatever into the store and get store credit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can bring in your fat ass mama's Rose and you can get 50 cents for it towards your PS4 game. Scratch that, I take that back. According to the report, exclusions include hazardous and waste materials. So you cannot bring your mama's Rose in because we know that pussy is hazardous. Can't bring chemicals, liquids, lithium-ion batteries or items containing lithium-ion batteries and weapons and ammo. I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. You know what's gonna happen with this shit? That exclusion list is basically everything. You know what's gonna happen with this list? This is just gonna attract crackheads, fent heads, and shit like that. Niggas is gonna go steal niggas' radios out the fucking car and take it to GameStop. Hey, man, what can I get for this? What can I get for this, man? Come on, let me get $1. Let me get $1, bruh. This is fucking stupid. This is how desperate they are. And nobody wants to shop at your store because, friendly reminder, like a couple months ago, the CEO of GameStop came out and said the reason nobody wants to shop at GameStop is because of the woke mind virus. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Instead of internally looking in yourself and realizing why your company, GameStop is failing is because you guys have cornered the market and then you haven't evolved on top of that. At least with stores like Walmart, you know, they've cornered the market in a lot of small markets, but then they do provide everything that neighborhood needs. You guys cornered the market as being a specialty gaming store, and you go into the store and half of your stock is things that nobody wants. You got a wall full of fucking pops and PS4 games, and then they're not even the pops anybody wants. Niggas don't collect pops. Last I checked, niggas is fucking with Labubu's or some shit. I don't know. Got diamond Minecraft swords and stuff like that. Nobody wants that shit. I've been said GameStop should change its business model to not just selling the latest games, but also creating a safe space for gamers and nerds. It should be like a card shop. Fucking sell Magic cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, put some tables down, let niggas duel, read some graphic novels, put a little station, run some tournaments, some fighting game tournament. Like, where's the community? There's no community. It's too corporate. You guys are a lost cause. And I feel like every 6 months we talk about how they're about to go out of business. And I can't wait for the day that they do. Because it's World War GameStop over here to the day I fucking die. Okay. You have to understand your main competition is digital games. Why would anybody walk into your store to buy a physical copy when they can just download it? I mean, we should be trying to preserve games, but you know, humans like the easier option. Matter of fact, did y'all see they tried to bring back the midnight launch for Black Ops 7? Did y'all see videos? I got videos of that for them TikTok. It was nobody at the midnight launches. If you're going to do a midnight launch, you have to entice people to come. What I would suggest, and I should be charging you fuck niggas, but what I would suggest, if you're trying to bring back the midnight release, you got to bring something into the store that entices people, like an exclusive item An exclusive collectible item for everybody who pre-orders the digital game. I mean, the physical game. So when they come in, they get the item and they get like some collectible they can put on their desk or some shit like that. I don't know. It has to be something exclusive. They're doing it in the movie theaters right now. Every movie that comes out, every blockbuster movie, they got some exclusive popcorn bucket or glasses or shirt or something like that. You got to give things for people that they want. And Call of Duty is just not enough. It doesn't have that staying power, man. Nah, don't give them the sauce. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm going to give it to them because they ain't going to listen anyway. That's why they got termites and shit all on their fucking rug. 10K VC for the ball and gun gamers. It is what it is. That used to be a thing in the early 2000s. They don't care no more, man. Call of Duty popcorn bucket. Now every Call of Duty player should get the fucking the midnight the night shade goggles or whatever that shit is, so they can go on their own little mission. Speaking of going on a mission, if you happen to be in Japan in November, specifically the 21st, Japan is doing an exclusive collaboration with Sega. Some shadow themed Timberlands, and I'm jealous because I want these. I'm not gonna lie, I want these hoes, man. I don't know why these are not coming to America, but apparently you can only get them at the Shibuya Parco and the Canal City Hataka stores on the 21st of November. I guarantee you the price of these are going to go through the roof on eBay. Hi TBH, I was in the Apple store yesterday. There was a huge crowd playing 2K on the Apple TV. See Apple as a new player in the console war. Do I see them as a new player in the console war? No, not until they fully commit. Until they fully commit as like coming out with their own full blown. Because I mean, the Apple TV console thing is just glorified. It's like one of those little boxes where you can play Android games. It's the same thing. Until they come out with the Apple console, nah, they're not a serious contender. I'm gonna be honest. The same thing with Netflix. Netflix has kind of been wetting their feet in gaming. I recently just got Netflix because T-Mobile gave it to me for free. And they have a whole section in there where games that you can download, like premium games, but they're all like mobile games. I will not take Netflix seriously as a game studio or a game publisher until they publish their first AAA game that comes to main hardware, PS5, Xbox Series, PC, and then the Steam machine that's coming. But nah, I don't count Apple as that. They're doing a half-hearted thing. It could happen though, because there's rumors that what's the name? What's the dude? Tim, whatever his name is, the current CEO of Apple. There's rumors that he's gearing to step down. I mean, and a new CEO could be stepping up, and I hope so, because that means we could potentially be getting some innovation at Apple. Tim Cook, yeah, there's rumors he's gearing up to step down in like the next year. I hope it's true, because the Tim Cook era has been. Yeah, Tim Cook's a fucking bum. We need some innovation. They putting out Apple socks to carry your fucking phone. And you know, I just would like to say, if I could get on my soapbox for a moment, I don't know if y'all seen that. I don't know what it's called, but Apple announced this sock that carries your your iPhone. It costs like $150. Them bitches sold out on the pre-order. I'm so disappointed in the United States of America. Y'all think I'm playing Apple? What is it called? What's it called? Is it the Apple Pocket? Y'all think I'm fucking playing? They're releasing a sock that holds your iPhone. It's just a fucking sock. It looked like a slit in somebody's fucking panties, bro. What the fuck is this shit, man? Y'all think I'm playing? It's nothing but a sock. It's gonna be $150. This shit sold out on the pre-orders. I'm so disappointed in the United States of America. Niggas be like, my life is miserable. This is why. Y'all can't stop. And what I'm saying, if it don't apply, let it fly. Y'all can't stop buying shit. What part of this does this say, I need this, man? I fucking need this. This is crazy. Etsy, yeah, you get this shit off. Bro, go in your closet and get a tube sock and cut a hole in that bitch and put your iPhone in it if you want it. It's the same shit, man. The same shit. And this is why you wonder why these corporations continue to do whatever the fuck they want. It's because you continue to take whatever you want. If there was not a pre-order on this bitch, I guarantee you they would have canceled this shit and we all would have got a $20 credit on our account or some shit like that, bro. Y'all keep buying it. Y'all keep fucking buying it. The current CEO of Apple's really been tossing on Apple's fan base, and they are 2D. I've seen a lot of people switching to Android. Yeah, people are getting sick of this shit. Like even me, I'm just like, I'll be honest, the only reason I haven't switched is because a phone is a phone to me. But like, yeah, they definitely. But it is the reason I haven't upgraded. I still have an iPhone 13. We on the 17. I don't see a reason to upgrade. They're not innovating. They're not doing anything. Gives a fuck, man. Yeah, exactly. Facts, K. I thought we was in a recession. Now all of a sudden we're not. We got $150 for some splitted panties to put my fucking iPhone in the panties, dog. And then last but not least, the first set photos for the Zelda movie, which for those familiar will not be animated. It will be live action. They started filming and some images have appeared online. So here's a first look at the Zelda movie. I still don't know how I feel about this because Link does not talk. So I don't know if I want to watch a movie of 2 hours of what?